Which is interesting because they got a lot more experience and skilled in building these dinosaurs really as they went along. And so the Bronto model was a little coarser, I guess you'd say, than the later T-Rex models that we built.
And so we ended up having to go back in there and sculpt in digitally a lot more of the detail back into it. It was one of those things where, hindsight, it would have been better for us to actually go back and resculpt it again. It was probably one of the toughest creatures to actually work on.
The dinosaur stampede was a sequence that we dreamed up about 10 years ago. And so finally, when we got the opportunity to do King Kong, I wanted to get that sequence onto film.
The majority of the sequence was done on a miniature that was quite large.
The Brontosaurus stampede was comprised of several different big models. I mean, they basically were what you could fit on a stage.
The actual gorge was over 100 meters long, not all shot at once, shot a piece at a time as we traveled down the gorge.
We shot a lot of the miniature elements just as architectural elements, and then we shot the foliage either as separate elements or did it as digital elements, and we just glued that to the walls everywhere, so that as you were running through it, you had this amazing interaction.
You've then got the incredible art department sets on which the live-action performers would play out their roles.
We're shooting humans, real humans, being chased by digital dinosaurs who will be included into the scene at a later time for safety's sake.
We looked at where Adrian would suddenly flinch and jump out of the way, or where Jack would swerve, and we thought, okay, that's where a foot needs to go. So there was a lot of reverse engineering.
And then as well, there are treadmills that were set up with a green screen behind it.
I've run 2 kilometers on the treadmill so far, averaging probably like 13 kilometers per hour.
I got up to 15. All right, okay, I needed oxygen afterwards, but I did get to 15.
Some people coming back from the treadmills, they didn't look so good. They had been out there for a long time.
No, man, stop. I've been doing a lot of Stairmaster, but what I should have been doing with this treadmill. If I was running away from dinosaurs, running upstairs, I could do it all day.
We then were able to take the treadmill information, depending on how fast the actors were actually running, and put the camera into the miniature, so we combine the two together.
Then you've got, of course, the digital doubles of the actors.
The digital doubles were hard. We made a huge effort to make them look completely photoreal.
Aging less do this.
Here it goes.
When we're creating a digital double, the first thing we do is do a full body scan of the actor.
Sure, I can't pose like this.
So we get a 3D representation of the actor that you can spin all the way around.
Looks great.
Who are we kidding? They're going to replace me. When they see this scan, they're going to get a new actor. Lickety split.
The most important thing is the digital face. So for that, we have a separate scanner, which is a little bit higher resolution. Anne is probably the most prolific digital double that we had in Kong. She was used in a large number of scenes simply because she had to interact with Kong.
And we did most of the Skull Island crew, and as they died, they usually ended up turning into a digital double at some point.